I'm Cider Spider, and I'm setting out to complete 2,000 Mentor Roulettes in Final Fantasy XIV. This is a queue that includes almost every piece of content in the entire game, where veteran players are grouped with noobs to help guide them. There's no telling what might happen as I take on this challenge 10 roulettes at a time. So, let's get started. Alright, it's time for another 10 Mentor Roulettes. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Please, gods of the RNG, be good to me. Oh, what could it be? Shadow and Claw? Okay, yeah, sure. Slay the Shadow Claw. Avoid the invincible Shadow Eye and focus on the Claw. I mean, yeah, I can do that. I think anybody can do that. All we gotta do is beat up a Death Claw and we win. Let's see. Is this gonna do anything to me?
Tremble.
Oh no, my defense, I got vulnerability up. Good thing I'm not the tank. That might matter if I was. Let's see if Whispering Dawn is enough to heal us through this. DPS the boss. DPS the boss. Ignore all that, and we win. Cool. Alright, Sidonia, get me out of here. Alright, quick and easy, I like it. What's next? Keeper of the Lake. Why is it always Keeper of the Lake? There's so many other level 50 dungeons. I can't stand this one. Cool. Guess what? We got an Aura tank, and she has the Aura voice. It's actually shocking to me how often I encounter this voice. It's the most annoying voice I've probably heard in the entire game. And it's also the one I encounter the most frequently. Like, Femara is the second most popular character type behind Femmiko, but every race has 12 voices. And I feel like it's not too common that I hear the same Catgirl voice over and over again. They all mostly have different ones. It's very interesting that every Aura seems to have the same voice. What's so special about that voice? Why does everybody pick voice 9? It's so annoying. This is like a unique problem that only I have. I never even knew it was a thing until I started doing Mentor Roulettes. Shut up. Stop. No. Take your asthma medication. Please, I'm gonna start a public campaign. We need to raise awareness. Don't choose voice 9. It sucks. It's awful. Unless you would like to be hit in the shins with a book. You know what? Never mind. I won't do that. I won't make that threat. Because if I hit her in the shins with a book, I already know what sound it's gonna make. Oh, let's see. Can we go for the legendary multiple tank explosion? How many of these can we hit before I die? Let's find out. I think I genuinely take 4. It'll be fine. Look at that. They only gave me 2 vuln stacks for some reason. I don't know why I didn't get 3 there or 4 there. Maybe it's one of those things where the vuln only applies if it does damage to your health. Like maybe the shield is actually blocking the vuln. I don't know. No matter how I look at it, it's kind of strange. We know that 4 is confirmed though with a crit adlo. That means 5, which is the maximum you can take, should be on the table. Might need a sacred soil for it, but next time I come in here, which will probably be later today, I'll have to try the 5er. The Magitech Colossus portion. Everybody loves it. I think I'm running out of complaints that I can even make about this place. We're gonna have to start getting creative with it. I must say that the feng shui in this place is all off. I mean, we got this wall is like half crumpled, and then there's just gray over in that direction. I think it's supposed to be yellow facing north, and bad juju in this room. The Garleans need to learn a thing or two about interior decorating. Ow. Kinda wonder actually, why is the Colossus in a playpen anyway? Like, why is the giant metal toddler in the Rugrats playpen? What did he do to get put in a timeout? You'd think it would be more effective as like a deterrent, as a security measure, to have him just kinda wandering around, cutting people up with a giant sword. Why is he in the bad boy corner? What do you guys think he did wrong, this 6th cohort Colossus, with his big stupid pizza cutter weapon? Whoa. Alright, gunship. You're next. Yeah, what she said. I like how the guys spawn in the fire. Imagine being these idiots. Your job is to support the gunship from the position of already being napalmed. I think even in Vietnam, they gave them the dignity of landing before they would shell their own troops. You didn't drop into the Agent Orange, they threw that on you after the fact. Probably. I'm just kidding, guys. We would never war crimes. It doesn't count if you make it a war crime after the fact. And you can't break the rule before the rule is established. Probably. I don't know. Maybe that's the Garlemald problem. They just haven't. They haven't made that rule yet. They don't have a Mordona convention yet. At least at this point in Garlean lore, it's not illegal to spawn your troops into an active inferno that your own gunship is creating. Nobody has determined, especially not the 6th Legion, that that's not allowed yet. And to be fair, it's probably a pretty viable strategy. I mean, yeah, it's one thing fighting 4 Garlean idiots with pointy sticks, but it's a lot worse when they're already on fire. It's like the old zombie flamethrower problem, you know? Like, it's one thing to deal with a horde of zombies, but it's even worse when they're on fire. Yeah, they'll slowly die, but before they do, they're a real nuisance. I guess you could stop being paralyzed. I respect the hallowed ground. It's a good thing because I was not paying attention and I probably would have let the tank die there. I would beat this guy up again. The old blue-flavored fire noodle. Yep. And with the battle cry of our fearless leader, the fight shall begin. I'm not moving, I just don't care. Yoshi P doesn't want you to know this, but they can't make you move. In a realm reborn, you kill mechanics. I don't even know how Vuln stacks work. I think it's like a percentage or something, but whatever it is, though, it barely matters. I will stand in this spot, and no matter how many Vulns I get, I promise you I will not die. Look at that. 2 Vulns only takes a quarter of my health for standing in the most avoidable AoE you could possibly imagine. How bold thy defiance. Very bold indeed, Midgard Summer. I don't respect you anymore. Once upon a time I did. And then you got turned into side content. You faded into irrelevancy. And so now I don't even feel the need to dodge your attacks. I don't need to move at all with your anima diversion. Animadversion? What does that even mean? Probably something stupid. If it doesn't kill me, then I am stronger. This one might hurt. I guess we'll... No, never mind. It doesn't hurt. I need full book-smacking uptime. So far, I've had it. I haven't stepped out of melee range once yet. Up to 4 Vulns. How much is this gonna matter, I wonder? Well, not enough to kill me. 6 might start to get concerning. 7 probably should be concerning. Oh, never mind. I'm catalyzed. JK. Alright. Down he goes. Tank's pretty solid, despite the voice. Oh, wait, I need treasure. And some maiming. We don't care about those. Alright, gamers. This is a public service announcement, and you need to hear it. And I'm sorry to do it to you. Must be done. Logging out of the game. Let's go to a dead world somewhere. Let me show you guys what not to do. Femara. Never do this. This face is kind of funny. The dopey eyes. Bro, I can be green. Incredible things are happening on Materia right now. So anyway, here's what you want to not do. Yeah, you hear that? You hear that? Wow, isn't that awful? Pretty awful. There's the one you don't want. That's voice 9. What does it even sound like? Okay. Alright. Why is everybody picking this voice? God, is 8 even worse? Maybe voice 9 is a blessing. Maybe we're being protected from... Maybe voice 9 is a good thing. I can't believe this. There could be things worse than voice 9. What a shocking discovery. I feel like 8's pretty good, though. Yeah, other than that, let's pick some random numbers here. Yeah, it's like a Byragot. She strikes me as an archer. Let's go archer. Oh man, all their defaults are weeb names. I can speak weeb, probably. Yeah, perfect. Well, there you go. It's just that easy. Pick any voice that isn't 9, except for some of those other ones that sucked. Wait a minute, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Mentor Roulettes and whatnot. Oh no, a refill. What? Hello? What? Alright, let's find out what happened here. First tank disconnected, so the healer left. Man, a lot can happen in 2 minutes, huh? 2 minutes. They've been here 15 now that I look at the clock. 15 minutes spent on the first boss of the vault because disconnections. That's depressing. I feel like you don't even need a tank for this. If your healer is jacked, you can just troll your way through it 1 pack at a time while you wait for a tank refill, which has got to be better than abandoning. I mean, that's what I would do, but I like to have fun. I don't know. I don't know what Holy Shield Bash does. Ow. Kind of just hurts. Looks like both of the refills were Mentor Roulettes now that I see the tank. Fancy that. Leave it to the Mentor Chads to save these poor sprouts from their fate. Oops, I wasted my Adlo. Leave it to the Mentor Chads to attempt to not suck at the game. That'll probably be fine. All we do is heal the tank, spam the Art of War, all will be well. I often complain about Realm Reborn dungeons having no teeth effectively, but the Heavensward ones really don't either. Oh my god. This is the second day in a row I've forgotten to remove the French voices and switch back to English. This is the lore-accurate Heavensward. But yeah, other than the rework of the Etherochemical Research Facility, every dungeon at Heavensward is also pretty easy, pretty much on par with ARR, just due to potency scaling and whatnot. So that's a pretty fun helmet. Too bad it's not for healers. Alright, time for Mr. Filthy Rats himself. Yeah, that. Good old sickness must be rats. Rats must be filthy. Onward and so forth. Why is my samurai gut slow? Where are these debuffs coming from? The power of Art of War. Listen, Yoshi P. You've already made every single healing AoE ability super big. They're all friggin' 30 yalms now. When can we get Art of War to be the same size? It just feels like the natural evolution of healers at this point. Make it so that when I press Art of War, it hits every enemy in the whole dungeon, no matter where they are. Why not? Oh no, the samurai! Sama died. Good old Baron Samurai, the Haitian Loa of being dead in the vault. What? Yeah, let's give it to the baby sprout. I think the samurai is a genuine sprout. I will allow it. Otherwise, running for my life. Okay, what wacky adventures can we get dragged into next? Apparently none, because no one's readying up. Hello? You guys want to play a game? You all queued for something. Press the ready button. Anybody? You guys real? This thing on? Tank? DPS? No? Okay. Well, Halatali. All that for Halatali? Very well, I'll allow it. This is one of the few dungeons in ARR they changed that I think actually got a little bit better for it. I'm a big fan of Realm Reborn jank and like the weird type of stuff that used to be in dungeons, but this one was entirely outdated. It's the type of jank that just didn't really hold up, and I don't feel like we've really lost anything by updating it. This one's fine. Oh, I don't have Adla? This is a physic dungeon, really? I always feel like this one's higher level than it actually is. But right, this is a single target physic only dungeon for me. Lovely. And this is the time to cast that physic, I think. Yep, we're gonna do the 1-2 step. 1 physic, 1 broil. Or ruin, we don't broil anything yet. Alright, Celine should be able to carry this. Gotta deal with old baby noises McGee here on Paladin. Sorry, on Gladiator. See, does Fire 2 hurt me? Not really, no. How about Fire Flow? Surely this one must hurt. It's unavoidable. No, that also does nothing. This is my life. I stand in everything, hit things with a book, and I cast Ruin while listening to baby noises. Eorzea is in fact mine by right. Surprising they left the chain winches, I will say. I would have expected them to replace them with like an automatic door that falls open after you kill everything, or some such. A pile of rocks that conveniently collapses after you beat up a big bear. I'll grab the chain winch. It is only right that I should yank your chain. Run ahead while they deal with that. Grab the next chain winch. Oops, lightning sprites. That's a lot of sprites. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Me and Celine are on the case. It's like you got 2 healers for the price of 1. And that's the kind of value you won't get anywhere else. And I keep trying to use Art of War. So hard to resist the urge to do AoE damage, but I simply don't have that. Alright, Thunderclap Guiver. I'm gonna hit you with a book. What happens when this gets all shocky? Does it ever matter? No. I guess not. How much damage does a level 20 tank buster do? Not an amount that Celine can't heal. Let's see. Have we taught bad habits? Me and the tank just stayed here. Oh, we got another sprout just chilling. You don't have to run out of it if you don't want to. It won't kill us, and therefore it doesn't matter. If we survive it, it's Celine's problem. Yay. Oh. I didn't think the tank would be able to get that door. Well played. Go ahead that cutscene when he gets smacked around by... I guess they can't hit you while you're in the cutscene? That's weird. News to me. Is this tank a fake noob? Pulling the boss to the fire sprite spawn is not something that a first-timer would think to do. I guess it doesn't matter, he runs to the middle anyway. How much do you think this hurts? Let's find out. Not at all. A completely inconsequential amount. What a pathetic demon indeed. So he must be laid low. Be not afraid. Lol. Gotta respect the tank, LB. Easiest tank com in a long time. Get anything cool here? No, not at all. I'll be on my way. On my way to hopefully somewhere interesting. DPS? DPS? Alright, finally. The Meso Terminal. Yeah, okay, sure. Tank is a Hrothgar, usually that's a good sign. Wait, our Viper's watching the cutscene, but he's already got the Monster Hunter weapons. This gamer logged on and did the crossover event before the MSQ. Respect. Also, I don't remember this cutscene being that long. Alright, let's get to it. Now it's that voice. Yep. I always love running dungeons with Lil Jon. As is ever the problem with Dawn Trail dungeons, I have to struggle to figure out where to use all my abilities because I don't really need any of them. Our tank is a paladin. He's got so much self-heal that he can survive almost everything without any intermission from me. And I essentially have twice as many heals as I realistically need. I got pushed into the toilet water. I thought I had a little more room than that. Well, I guess that means I could press a healing button before the fight ends. Quiet, you. Alright, very simple mechanic. All I do is stand here and chill. And then I'll stand here and chill. And it's easy. What say you, Lil Jon? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. Check this out. Here's the trick, right? Everything spawns in. You're like, okay, that's where it is. And then it all gets mirrored across an axis. But the real ones are whatever came first. And so this one's real. That's gonna blow up. Means these are gonna be second, but I'm already standing in the safe, so I don't need to do anything. Ursher, John, and Luda had to do it again. Take that, rewind it back. Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go. I gotta say though, Realm Reborn Dungeons being kind of underwhelming, Heavensward Dungeons being kind of underwhelming. Like, yeah, it's level 50, level 60 stuff. You know, I'm level 100, so we're gear sinking down quite a bit. I should feel kind of strong in those because they were a million years ago, but it is a little surprising how fast gear outscales current dungeons. This is the newest dungeon. Yeah, time for some funsies. Celine, you better heal these idiots. Shut up, you. Alright. All I have to do is not die to doom, and we will be chilling. Oh no, the death penalty. That means I'm about to die to doom. No, just kidding. All I have to do is cleanse it. Alright, y'all ain't about to stand on the burning floor now. Destroy the floor generator thing. I'll do it for you if I have to, but I really don't want to have to. Oh, ow. Oh god, healing the Viper is making me mess up. The healer really does have the hardest job here, because if anybody else makes a mistake, you gotta babysit them, but you can't lose track of what you're doing. But I actually like that about this fight. It's certainly more interesting than standing around while Celine does all the healing. It tests your alertness. Yeah. Get rid of that generator. Just gonna roast your feetsies. Serial torture. Don't you hurt Captain Crunch. Oh. Our Viper's having a tough one. Heal him up, Celine. Thanks for your input, Lil Jon. Paladin's out of range and around the corner, but you know what? I'm willing to bet that will not matter in the slightest. And lo and behold, it did not. Yeah. Well, the Black Mage just opened the pull with sleep. I've never seen anyone do that before. This guy's next level. Sometimes on like melee, I'll pull ahead of the tank in arm's length just for the free mitigation. I've never seen a caster open with sleep though. I wait for the long cutscenes again. This is the trouble with doing MSQ dungeons exclusively. It's kind of tragic because they realized this was a problem in ARR, which is why they made all the Praetorium cutscenes unskippable. But for some reason, we still keep getting long cutscenes shoved into dungeons. Let's see how many times our poor Viper gets blown off the edge by this fight. I'm not hating on the Viper. Gamer's doing this first time. It's just, you know, it's one of those fights where that happens. Something I noticed with this patch, the past couple patches, like the raid tier especially, they've been changing arenas a lot. I wonder if they're gonna lean more into that. But M6 had a thing where the arena applied different debuffs based on what mode you were in, and then M7 just switched physical locations multiple times over the course of the fight. And even this guy, He's doing the M6 thing, you know, just changing the arena around on us for different sets of mechanics. Also, the Viper did, in fact, go off the edge. Called it. That's something I would love to see more of, though, is just having the arena interact more with the fight. Because a common complaint for a long time with raids is that all the fights are just a big square floating somewhere or a big circle floating somewhere. Whereas the game's not really good at utilizing the arena just because of the way that the game handles geometry. But I do feel like there's some untapped potential there, nevertheless. And I think the devs have started to realize it. So, you know, we'll see if anything comes of it. Oh man, I wasn't in that. Ah. Forward unto dawn. Bam. Ooh-yah. Careful there, Viper Chad. Why is the Paladin covering the... Yeah, it's fine. God, you know, I've always wondered what Lil Jon would say if he was a tank in FF14, but I think we here and now have found our answer. I know that's right. Careful, pal. Alright, you know, gotta hand it to the Viper. He got knocked off the edge one time, but it didn't happen twice. The lesson was learned fairly quickly. Alright. Com's gotta go to the tank. Tank there was solid. Healer gear, no. But I will at least roll for the music. Oh wait, we gotta wait through the cutscene. Oh man, I'm not too confident in my 13 on the music. I'll just let someone else have it. I don't think I'm gonna win that one. Anyway, that brings us to the halfway mark, which means it's time to shell. So go ahead and like the video if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and throw me a comment down below. This week's comment question shall be, how do you feel about your character's in-game voice? I know that before Dawn Trail, you couldn't preview the combat sounds, and so there are some really weird ones in there. People would pick a voice just hearing the emote examples, but not realize what some of the wacky combat vocalizations were going to sound like, and so it opened up the door for a lot of regret, since I so frequently complain about it. I'm curious, has anyone here chosen a voice that you ended up not liking, or were you very, very happy with your selection? How do you feel about your character's in-game voice? Anyways, questions aside, if you enjoy the show, you might also like to watch me play the game live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/CiderSpider. The link is in the description. I stream it multiple times a week, among other things, and it's generally pretty fun to hang out and chat live. But anyway, let's get back to it. What's next? Stinging back. Oh boy. Everyone loves, it's Stinging Back. We are playing the game Stinging Back, the guildess that critics are calling content. Gamers are raving that it is playable. 10 out of 10 seconds will be spent clearing this content. And have a calm. Get me out of here, Ribald. Ribald, for your displeasure. Where are we off to next? It's a shame all the Monster Hunter players are just playing Monster Hunter now instead of queuing random ARR extremes. I liked that couple of weeks. It was fun while it lasted. DPS. DPS. We might lose this one. Nope, we got it. Stinging Back? What? If you enjoyed Stinging Back, you'll love Stinging Back again. The Stingers are back. Is that what the SB on this Catgirl stands for? Is that her name, Stinging Back? Is she a Stinging Back only Iron Man? Hi, I'm Stinging Back, and welcome to my Stinging Back only hardcore Iron Man, where I play the guild as Stinging Back and no other content. Can I clear Stinging Back without dying ever? Oh god, yeah, let's beat up the swarm point. Let's hit him with a book. Lean should pretty much do all the healing. Chanters are chanting. Can we just out DPS the heal? Welcome to my hardcore Stinging Back only Iron Man, where we attempt to clear the guild hest without killing any of the healers. Critics are calling it really stupid. Get me out of here, please. Oh, I got a refill. The Sky Deep Zenite? They haven't even done anything yet. Why is it refilled? What happened to the healer? Response is, don't know, they just left. Well, suppose that answers that, eh? Ow. Forgot the hitboxes are on these are what? The hitboxes on these are as wide as a truck. My tank is light as a feather ray and stiff as a dead guy. Here come the trouble bubbles again. These bubbles are trouble AF. Otherwise, nothing interesting goes on here at all. And it takes a lot longer than you want it to. Alright, get in the hole, idiots. Please. Fall damage is cringe. We single pulling? No? What's my warrior doing exactly? I can't tell from the animations. Bloodwetting here should be an instant full heal from the amount of targets we had on screen. Starting to be concerned that maybe my warrior's single targeting. That could be why the first healer left. I'll have to keep a close eye on it. Something weird's going on. Alright, we got Berserk up. 2 stacks of press the button. Bellcleave went out. No Primal Wrath, though. I'm not really sure. Something strange is happening. That's all I can tell. Otherwise, I guess we overheal and slog our way through this. It's looking like a slower run of the Sky Deep. But there are worse things, I suppose, I could be condemned to. No. Ow. Celine, fix it. Heal us up. Alright, so it's gonna be that one, which means we want over here. Yep. Oh no. Black Mage camping fire starter? Why do you have that? I see, it's not just the warrior that's doing weird things here. The fire starter, you should use that. You press that button. It's powerful, it's very good. It's free. Just press the fire button. Start the fire. The flame will not be burning the world. It will not be turning. Press the fire button. Do it. You got Thunder Starter too. Start the things. Okay, Thunderhead burned. Still holding on to that Fire 3 though, just for a rainy day, I guess. Like, Swift cast? What? Wait, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ice Phase gives you Thunder now in Black Mage, right? So start Black Mage Swift casting Ice, you have Fire Starter, you just press the fire button. Any pro Black Mages want to explain to me what's going on here? What are we looking at here? Oh, here comes the Fire 4. No word on the Fire 3 though. It's free. It's free. You have it. It's free. You can just press the button. It should be glowing. So wait, what are we using to switch back into Fire Phase if not the Fire Starter? Transpose, maybe? What? A freeze? I'm so confused. I think I'm less confused than the Black Mage is, but I'm very confused. Swift cast. Okay. Might as well just dump all my 2 minutes here because we probably got 2 minutes at this rate. We'll get them back. 3 stacks triple cast, okay. What are we triple casting? Ice spells. Yeah, something's not adding up here. Someone forgot to carry a 1 or something. The math is not solvent. Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4. Okay. That's fine. Just press any button. Just press whatever. Also, wait, Fire 4, isn't that single target? Why are we... Wait a minute. That makes sense when there's only 1 guy left, but... Pros, I simply do not know. Alright, looks like our tank is first timing. Could be interesting to see. Well, alright, let's see how this goes. Don't go that way, whoa. Oh. Oh, am I the tank? Yeah, I am. I'm still the tank? That's not good. Okay. Alright, the tank vote. We're fine, we're chilling. Let's stand in the GameCube. GameCube bad. Alright, no big deal. We are fine. Alright, don't get knocked that way. But if you do, don't die. Oh, I think the tank is standing in the blue. That's the only reason you would get 1 shot there. Uh-oh. Can we do it?
Tremble!
Ah, not quite. Oh, I'm the tank again. That's bad. I'm still the tank. Oh, whoa. Still the tank. Tank, I need you to be the tank. Tank, please. Tank. Oh. Ah, crap. Okay, I wish I had Seraphism at this level. I am still the guy. Okay. Oh my gosh, finally, the tank is the tank again. Alright, Baby Tank was not sure about standing in the blue or beside the blue, but we clarified that. We should be chilling now. Good general lesson, anytime there's a big blue knockback circle like that, being in that circle will kill you. They started using that version of knockback a lot more, like, I want to say it started becoming more common in, like, Endwalker-ish. They've been favoring it recently, but yeah, being in that marker, you die. You want to be next to it. So for any of you babies at home taking notes, write that down. This will be on the test. Go backward, and then we go over. Look at that. We repeated it like 5 times, and now everybody knows the mechanics. We're chilling. Shame the boss still has 33% left, but it's alright. Alright, we got time. We're not in a hurry. Bam. 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 Okay. Step over here. Everybody lives. The end. Boss will eventually die. Yay. Com's got to go to the Reaper. There's just no 2 ways about it. It has to. Oh, pretty nice scouting top. No healer gear, though. Okay. Well, that was interesting. What's next, though? Keeper of the Lake! Wow, who could have predicted that? Never saw it coming. I can't believe they deleted every Realm Reborn dungeon except the Keeper of the Lake. It is only right that I should keep your lake, for none among you has the power to clip my codpiece. Alright, goblins, the poodles. Alright, might want some mitigation here. Press the mitigation button at any time. Okay, there's our rampart. 5 boots of healing. I like the sound of that. Are we finally gonna leave this place with some glamour? Mantra. Why is the monk putting mantra here? Good to see the bloodbath. I think the monk is on the press every single button quota right now, just going down the list. What have I not pressed lately? There's True North. The monk is just pressing anything. You don't need True North on AoE. I've got a button, I'm gonna push it. Nobody can stop me, it's mine. You know what? Fair enough. But for those of you watching along at home, taking notes, I hope, mantra, the little hand buff that comes from monk, it's like a 10% heal buff to everybody, so it's very good in moments where there's a lot of damage going out. It helps your healers out, but you don't need it, like, randomly. It's not a button that you just push whenever the heck. Usually you would be a little bit more methodical about, you know, where you place it. All right, I'm supposed to go for the legendary 5 tank here. This will only be possible if I can roll a crit adlo. I think that I can. Wait out the tank buster. We want to make sure the timing is right, because if I do roll a crit, it's only going to last for 30 seconds. Resounding screech. Okay, that's the one. There's the crit. All right, let's see it. Can it be done? The legendary 5 tank. Bam! I don't know why every hit doesn't apply a vuln there. Really strange that I only get 3. I guess it must be the shield that's canceling the vulns. That's the only like thing that logically makes sense. But yeah, lo and behold, the full force Venn diagram, all 5 tanks. Why am I casting Ruin, by the way? That should be Art of Warring here. It's actually better. But yeah, this bird is a certified fake Chad. He, in fact, does not have the power to stop me. We got mantra again. Nice to have a healing buff at a moment when I don't need to heal at all. We can throw a lustrate there. We get a little bit of use out of it. Might as well, it's free. I suppose, to be fair, would I prefer a monk that presses mantra at really weird and random times versus a monk that never presses it? I'll take the random mantras, I guess. At least then there's the chance I could get some value out of it. What I'm saying is the kid's got spirit. Pressing all of the buttons without understanding them is not ideal, but it's better than just not pressing them ever. Time for another baby gate colossus. He threw a cereal on the floor and now he's in timeout. Didn't eat his vegetables. He crushed Play-Doh into the carpet. Finger painted on the TV. Onward we go. I don't know why there's confirmation messages on the interactions. Like, would you like to activate the terminal? Yes or no? Like, it should just happen. I don't know why there's a dialogue box there. Why do you need to read the terms of service? Gotta agree to the frickin' EULA just to open the next door. Alright, we're gonna cast some Ruin here. I'm too lazy to chase the ship around to get melees on it. I will, in fact, just farm cast bars this fight. Oh look, the guys spawned outside of the fire. Garlemald must have updated its international law. Thanks, Alphino, you finally accomplished something. Why am I standing in the fire? Okay. Onward to victory. I see. This tank is making a classic mistake. Person said I'm new to tanking when we first queued in here. Rookie mistake. Holding off on the mitts. And so the tank gets to like 50% health. We're halfway through the pull, and then the rampart goes out. You want to mitt at the top of the pull. Pretty much want to mitt as early and often as possible. A lot of people get the idea they need to hold on to cooldowns in case of emergency or whatnot. No, it's really not like that. You want to just be using them on a rotation, like, as they are available. And then we got the monk with the opposite thing, just pressing every button at the top of a pull just for the sake of it. See, there's the bloodbath, the mantra, the true north, all that. We're fighting things now. I'll press every single button. We need to find a happy medium between these two. Strategic placement of abilities. But that comes with experience. And also reading what the tooltips actually say. If you just read Bloodbath, you know that you don't need that when you're at full health. It's a healing ability. Same as mantra. Like, read your tooltips, gamers. That's always my advice to anybody that asks for, like, noob advice, starter advice. Look at that, True North again. There's no positionals on this fight. You don't need True North. It doesn't even do anything. You know how you know there's no positionals? Because there's a full solid ring. The boss hitbox is a solid ring. Doesn't have the little, like, mini arrows on the sides. Doesn't have the opening in the back. It's just a complete ring. The enemy hitbox tells you if there's positionals or not, which only matters if you're a melee, and only a little bit of the time, because most melees barely have positionals these days anyway. But True North is the ignore positionals button. It gives you the full bonus of hitting your positionals even if you don't hit them, and so you only need it on a fight that has positionals. Oh, they're gonna make me move for the stack. Fine. I could just abandon the party to their fate, but we got a good amount of vulns. I'll move into it. Huh. It's actually been so long, my first set of vulns fell off. I can't even challenge my high score anymore. That'll be my next run of Keeper of the Lake. How many vulns can I get to? I had 6 earlier. I wasn't explicitly trying to get high. It just happened, Your Honor. But, next time, I'll see how many I can get. We'll go for the high score. I only hope that next time isn't soon, but we still got one more roulette after this, so it could be depressingly soon with the way my luck is. Alright, get him out of here. Good solid 16.5 minute Keeper of the Lake. Not our best time, but well, that's just life. I think Com's gonna have to go to that wacky monk for being amusing. The tank was also fine. The tank was fine, just less interesting than whatever the heck the monk had going on. Alright, let's find out what our last run of the day will be. Probably another dungeon. Looking at 4 players if everybody ready's up. What's it gonna be, Chads? The Sunken Temple of Karn. Hard. Yeah, sure, why not? This is something different. I don't get this one too often, so I can't complain about it. It shows up so infrequently, I don't even remember anything about it, except for the mummification on the last boss. That may happen a few times. Let's not forget to pick up the Sun Sphere. Very important we don't abandon the spheres. Easy to do, and it's annoying when you realize it. Take that, Death Sickle. What an odd voice on that, cat boy tank. Bro, does he have more than one voice? He makes one sound and it's that. Nope, there's 2. There's and There's something fun because I hear they did this recently, so they say, but many targets on a single hitbox. Wild to think it showed up as early as ARR and then almost never again, but there you go. Not actually sure if hitting the many targets does anything. Well, let's find out. Arm's about to die. I guess it falls apart when you break one. I don't know. This is one of those weird fights with a strange gimmick, but since everything is so overscaled these days, you can't really tell, like, what the gimmick is really supposed to be, because I don't think it functions 100% correctly. Seems like breaking the arm causes it to fall over, though. So, like, maybe you don't want to break the pieces. Maybe you just want to hit the main dude. I don't know. Well, either way, he is dead now. He will eventually be dead now. Go, tank, go. Be free. There's our moon sphere. Oh, great, the hand guy again. I'm stuck. I'm in the hand. I'm seeing a lot of songs out of our bard. Oh, no, battle voice. It's not a song, though. Whatever happened to Mage's Ballad? Oh, it's time to try the Sabatender. 100,000 needles. These gentlemen are large. Not so bad. I don't remember what this antique gear trades for, but you trade it in for something, so I'll have to run to more donut after this and see if I can get anything, because I got a couple pieces of it. There's the part where we want to make sure we don't forget the spear. It's easy to move on to the next area without grabbing it, but that creates a problem. Alright. Got it. That still is protected by ancient magics, like Ice Barrage. I guess I can't do the thing while the tank grabs all the stuff. We gotta kill the stuff. Oh, yeah, it's these things. Alright. Bam. How many gamers can get mummified? Let's find out. Mummy equal dummy. Who's it gonna be? Hopefully not me. It has been me in the past. Oh, watch out, Fork Chad. Seeing a lot of stacks of mummy over here. Bad day for our forker. Up, into the coffin you go. Okay, bye. You're a mummy now. Lord. Not entirely relevant, but you know, I feel like not enough Savage fights utilize the Hysteria debuff. Or like the Hypnotized one where you go and smack your party members. I feel like we ought to reprise that in a Savage fight. It'd be really funny if your DPS messed up and then they just start killing you. You gotta like rescue them away from the tank or something. I could see some horrific memes. We brought back giant ad phases with the last tier. Next tier I want to see Hypnosis. Anyway, that seems to be that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves out of here. Good and interesting little dungeon with a lot of older mechanics that just don't hold up anymore, but well, it is what it is. More importantly though, let's see what is our glam situation. So, these antique pieces of gear from certain pieces of ARR content, the shop somewhere in Mordona where you can trade them in. But I don't remember what they actually trade for. Oh, I can trade it for upgraded artifact gear? These are the ones that now they just give you a coffer of this stuff when you finish the job quests. I thought it was something more interesting than that. I already have this, but I guess hypothetically it's fair game as a piece of loot because I did get the drop. So if I wanted to glam that, it should be on the table. As for other pieces of glam, I didn't get a whole lot to work with this time around, other than most of the Doctor set, so if I want to cosplay Edda, that's an option. The boots from the Keeper of the Lake are actually not terrible, believe it or not. So we could run something like this, which is pretty similar to what I'm already wearing, but well, not a lot of options when you get so much ARR stuff. That new ring bling. Gotta be worth something, right? Unless we go for something completely different and wear the Priest Alb for a rotation. It's a little more all-encompassing than I prefer, but it's not a terrible look. So yeah, I suppose for the sake of having something different, we'll give this White Mage glam a try. Why not? Anyways, let's go ahead and count up all our math in the outro. Alright, looks like we got 7 dungeons and 3 guild hests this week. That means these are our new totals. The session was 2 hours and 32 minutes, meaning this is our new total time. Anyway, I need to get back to making lizard alts on dead servers. 1 like equals 1 lizard. K-bye.